Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, all you beautiful PokeNoob fans. I'm your host, Keegan, or PokeNoob, and I'm here with my lovely co-host, as always, Jill.
Hello.
And we are the PokeNoob Podcast. So, how you doing today? You excited for Christmas?
I'm doing pretty good, and I mean, of course, I'm excited for Christmas. It's probably one of my favorite holidays.
Oh yeah, me too.
And yeah, how about you? How was your week? How was your birthday?
It was pretty good. As I said before, last week, I believe, my birthday was the 19th. You know, I got some really awesome stuff. Jill hooked me up with the Orbeetle V-Bucks, got some Vivid Voltage out of that. She got me some Special Conditions podcast booster packs. If you know that podcast, they made special custom booster packs this year for Christmas, and it was a lot of fun to open. There was a lot of holos, a lot of fun stuff to open and see, so that was happy. And then I got a beautiful PSA 10, I would say, amazing rare Jirachi from Jill, and it was just such a nice card. The centering and everything was just so perfect, not a single scratch on it, and it was a really good birthday. My parents got me some cards, my brother got me some cards, even my little sister got me some cards, so, you know, I had a lot of stuff to open. I had a lot of cards to open, and I even have some extra codes later for you guys when we get to the card openings for today. But yeah, it was a pretty fun week, I would say. But we're going to roll right into Poke News of the Week. So for this week, for Poke News of the Week, I just wanted to let you guys know that the Players' Cup 3 has been announced for January. It says here, get ready trainers, the Pokemon Players' Cup 3 online tournament is approaching. This exciting competition will take place January through April 2021, and it will see some of the best Pokemon trainers from around the world to square off and win some prizes and glory. So this will be separated into 3 competitions, one for the trading card game online, one for the Sword and Shield video game, and then one for the Pokken Tournament DX video game. So I'm not too sure about the video games, but I performed in the last Players' Cup 2 for the card game, and it was pretty simple to get set up. It says here, it is only going to be for Masters Division players, so I believe that's 18 and older, and it says to participate in these events, players must have a Pokemon Trainer Club account and a player ID by January 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and they need to have logged into the game with their ID attached to their Pokemon Trainer Club account between October 18th and January 18th to participate. So me and Jill already had our IDs and Trainer Club accounts set up for this kind of ongoing tournament we're already in for the Team Challenge. Our next qualifier for that is the 2nd, so that's going to be pretty exciting. But, you know, it's crazy how they're throwing in the Cup 3 with the Team Challenge at the same time. You know, it's a lot of competitions going on right now, so I'm going to be excited to hop into all that. It's a lot of TCG on my mind right now, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if I'm going to be playing some of the same decks I have been for the Team Challenge. I'm not sure. But what do you got to say about this, Jill? You excited for this Players' Cup 3?
Yeah, I didn't perform in the second one, just because I didn't have any really standard decks I was comfortable playing, but now that I've been playing some of the Scorch deck, I am kind of excited about it. You know, I like that this is kind of at your own pace compared to the one that we're doing right now. You know, you have your keys, and then between a certain time period, you could use them all up in one night, or you can decide, you know, one day you're gonna play, and then the next day you're gonna play a different game, or 5 in one go. It's all up to you. So I really like that about these player cups. So yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. As I remember from the Players' Cup 2, I had a lot of fun doing it. I didn't do as well as I wanted to, but, you know, I still did better than I thought. And now that Players' Cup 3 is coming out, you know, I have some experience with these standard format decks, and I'm hoping to do a lot better than the last time. But for you especially, I feel like, you know, Scorch VMAX is a pretty simple deck to run, so, and most standard decks kind of have the same idea behind them. So I don't know, maybe we could get you some extra decks rolling in for the Players' Cup 3, just so you can switch it up a bit. But Yeah, it should be a lot of fun, and I'm excited for it. And also, it is fairly simple. I don't know if it's going to be anything like Players Cup 2, but as Jill was saying, yeah, you get about 50 keys and a time limit to use them all, and then you get rated by points from how you did in those tournaments, and it's pretty simple. You just hop on the game, and where you usually play, like standard format tournaments and theme deck tournaments and expanded tournaments, you are doing this as well. You just hop into a random tournament, and that's how you're going to get your points. But yeah, that was Poke News of the week. Definitely excited for Players Cup 3, but we're going to roll right into On the Hunt for this week. So what do you got, Jill?
So for this week for On the Hunt, I have a site and Etsy page as well, Southern Peach Designs, and then the website is also southernpeachdesigns.com. And then there's also a link to a Facebook page called Southern Peach Designs, all under the same name. And what this owner does is they have kind of a holiday themed Pokemon Christmas ornaments. So there's two different styles here. There's one where it's like a face close up, and there's Charmander, Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Jigglypuff. And then there is a like more of a full body design, and like the 5 that I said before, there's also an EV1 added to it. And then there is what I think is really cool. I've been seeing a lot of these like on like Instagram and TikTok, these hot cocoa chocolate bombs, but this one is in the shape of a Pokeball and it has marshmallows in it. And then there's like cocoa powder, and then you just pour some like hot milk in it, warm milk, and then you put the ball in it, or vice versa, and then it expands, and then you make your cocoa. And everything runs, the Christmas ornaments are about $7, and the cocoa ball is about $6. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the shop is based in Charlotte, North Carolina, and there is a thing in the notes of the shop that they will do some custom items if you message them and just give them a heads up. They are willing to do that. And yeah, I really like the festiveness of these. There is also other stuff in the shop unrelated to Pokemon, but still I think these are really fun. I don't really see many Pokemon Christmas ornaments that I've just seen a lot, like the Pokemon Center. I think only had, the last time I checked, the Pokeball ones. And I think this is a nice little thing to spice up. I'm sure if you can request your something you like, maybe even a different Pokemon, you could do that.
But yeah, this is a really cool shop here. I mean, it's it's getting popular. It says here buyers are raving. This shop got multiple 5-star reviews in the past 7 days, so you can tell, they're making quality stuff here. But yeah, these ornaments are really cool. They remind me of those like bouncy balls with glittery water in them as a kid that you would just bounce around, but those are glass, so I'm sure they won't work the same way. And then, yeah, the hot chocolate thing I just find to be, really interesting. You grab a hot cup of chocolate Pokeball, and then you get your ornaments set up on the tree, and you're hanging out, chilling in the Christmas spirit. So, yeah, I know these are, this episode is coming out on Christmas, so it might be a little late to get these guys, but, we wanted to find something Christmas related, so if you want to pick it up for next year, go ahead. And, there's still time to get your Pokeball that's hot cocoa at the same time. So make sure to do that. But yeah, check her out, guys. Southern Peach Designs, handmade stuff, awesome stuff. Definitely check it out. We'll link it in the podcast notes. So now we're going to move right into TCG talk for this week. And before we roll into that, Jill, is there anything specific you're hoping to get on Christmas? Maybe Pokemon related?
Well, there's something that I know that I'm getting, because I told Keegan I wanted this, so it's the only thing I know that he's getting me. There on Amazon there were these Eevee makeup brushes. It's all the Eeveelutions, and I don't know. I just thought it was like a cute little thing to collect. Not that I really wear makeup too much, but still like something fun and something again that I like. So yeah,
Yeah, you'll be flexing. The girls will be like, "Where'd you get those makeup brushes?" And you'll be like, "It's
the the
exclusive.
girls.
It's Pokemon." All right. So for this week for TCG Talk, we kind of just wanted to go into some cards that we found to be related to Christmas. We're going to be going through our favorite Delibird cards. We're going to go through our favorite Christmas seasonal cards in general. And then lastly, we wanted to ask ourselves if we had to choose one Pokemon to be the mascot for Christmas besides Delibird, who would it be? So, we're going to start off with our favorite Delibird cards. So, Jill, you want to start off? What did you seek out for Delibird?
So this one is a little bit different. It's a card from the Skyridge series, which has the e-reader codes on them. So it is an older card, and yeah, the picture it's not really as wintry or Christmassy as the other Delibird cards, but it really stuck out to me because of the coloring. There's a lot of bright red in it. Delibird looks like he's sitting on the top of a like roof of a house, and then there's some mountains in the background and a rainbow. And yeah, like I said, I just really like the coloring of this. It's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's a cutie. He's hanging out on top of a house, just staring at a rainbow, taking in the sun. That Delibird, he definitely took the break off Christmas, but it's all right. He's having a good time. One thing I noticed with these Delibird cards, and it's on yours too, they always seem to have, I don't know, well, the two we picked at least seem to have very long describing moves. So your first one for one colorless is limited delivery. Search your deck for a technical machine, which I'm not even sure what that is since I'm a bit late. I haven't experienced those early Pokemon card games, but it says search for a technical machine or a Pokemon tool card, show it to your opponent, and put it into your hand. And then you have kick away for one water and colorless. It does 20 damage, plus your opponent switches the defending Pokemon with one of her or his benched Pokemon, if any. So, it seems like a card that, it does something very specific and it could come in handy for certain times too. So I like this card. I like the art. I wasn't expecting to see Delibird art like this. So yeah, good pick. So mine is the Delibird from EX Team Rocket Returns. And the reason I picked this one is because I've always loved those pictures on trading cards that have like it almost looks like it's just a normal picture. Like that Delibird is just a little figure, but he has a lot of detail on him and it looks really good. And then I just found the ice just around him to look so realistic and cool, and I just thought that was something like really awesome that they did. I don't know. They basically have him looking like he's in Antarctica or something, or the North Pole. He's just hanging out. But same thing for mine here. I have an ability, or they were called Poke Powers back then. Gift Exchange. Once during your turn before your attack, if Delibird is your active Pokemon, you may shuffle one card from your hand into your deck and then draw a card. This power can't be used if Delibird is affected by special conditions. And then his move for two colorless is Souvenir. Flip 3 coins. If one of them is heads, put 4 damage counters on the defending Pokemon. If two of them are heads, remove 1 damage counter from the defending Pokemon. If all of them are heads, put 10 damage counters on the defending Pokemon. If all of them are tails, remove all damage counters from the defending Pokemon. So this card just seemed like a lot of fun to play. It's just all chance, but I don't know. If you get that 10 counters on them, all of those heads, it's pretty effective for a little 70 health single prizer. But yeah, that was my Delibird. He's really icing up out there. You got any opinions on that art?
Yeah, I mean I like it as well. Um, I don't know what the background's supposed to be. I can't really tell.
Just ice. Ice,
Oh,
ice,
okay.
baby. So next, me and Jill were to seek out our favorite seasonal Christmas type card. Maybe if it were a promo or any kind of card that, resembles Christmas in any way. But this was a Japanese promo card that I found. It was a Pikachu promo. It was also a jumbo card from the X and Y era. But this Pokemon has not ever officially been released in English, and basically, it's just Pikachu hanging out with some presents all over the place. He's got Torchic in the background, Mudkip, and Trico, and they're just all hanging out, getting ready for Christmas, running around with presents. And this was also a Toys R Us promo. So, if you got it, you were probably pretty lucky since Toys R Us is not available anymore. But, yeah, this Pikachu is, living large with his homies, and it gets me just as ready as they are for Christmas, and that's why I picked it. So what do you got, Jill?
I have a Flaffy themed Christmas card. It's from the Expedition base set. And then it says in the Japanese expansion, it's the base expansion pack. And it's just a picture of Flaffy right by a Christmas tree, kind of looking over at some gifts. And I like it's really cute. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to it other than it being under a Christmas tree and looking at some gifts.
Sorry, I was just reading. I was still looking at my card, and I was kind of confused by his first move. It's Happy Gift. Add your hand to your opponent's hand. So, I don't know if this card was actually legal because of that move, because I don't think you could just give your hand to
Yeah.
your opponent. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny. And then I was looking at your Flaffy, and I was reading his Pokédex entry, and it says because of its rubbery, electricity-resistant skin, it can store a lot of electricity in its fur. So that's interesting. Don't shock those presents, Flaffy. Okay, so finally, as I said before, we just wanted to ask ourselves, if you had to choose one Pokemon to be the mascot for Christmas besides Delibird, because obviously he takes the cake on that one, who would it be and why? So Jill, who you saying?
I'm going with the man himself, Galarian Darmanitan. I mean, come on, he looks like a giant snowman,
Okay,
and also kind of looks like Santa. And
true.
he is the ice guy. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely see the reasoning behind your
I
choice.
mean, like regular Darmanitan and Galarian Darmanitan can be like the Miser brothers from A Year Without Santa Claus.
True.
One's fire, one's ice. So yeah, I don't know. Just not much to it other than he just looks like a big old snowman, Santa-looking ice boy.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly a perfect pick, and I don't know why I didn't think of it when I was picking mine. But mine are between two, and one is pretty obvious, and that's Stantler. I mean, the man's obviously kind of revolving around Christmas. He's a deer with antlers, but if you think about it, he's really just a reindeer. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's all I think about when I look at Stantler. You can look him up right now. I'm pretty sure there will be Christmas lights around him too. Okay, maybe not. But yeah, Stantler's my pick here just because I feel like I could see him dragging Santa's sleigh along, and that's kind of obvious. But think about this now. My second pick for the mascot is Snorlax because I could just imagine him, big fat Santa Claus. You put a fake beard on him. You got your Santa Claus for your school play. Like it's perfect. And then you come on, Stantler dragging around Snorlax in a sleigh. I mean,
I feel like Snorlax would be like sleeping.
I could mistake it for Santa Claus and his reindeer. That's all I'm saying. But you do have a point. He might be sleeping on the job. I didn't think that through. But he looks the part. so why not just give it to him? But yeah, those were our picks for what we thought could be the Christmas mascot for Pokemon. But we're gonna roll into for today. And last week when we pulled the random generator, we got Nidoking. So each of us were to seek out a Nidoking card, and like last week with the Pampors, we're going to talk about them, their moves, and how they would do in a one-on-one type situation. So I'm going to start out first. My Nidoking was from XY Evolutions, so kind of an old guy, but I thought the move was pretty intense. So the first move is Rumble. Well, first of all, it has 150 health. It's a stage 2, obviously, from Nidorino, sorry. But his first move for 40 damage is Rumble. It calls for 1 Psychic and 1 Colorless, and then after he hits him with Rumble, the defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. So with that, you can get him stuck, facing you. So, and then after you hit him with a Rumble, you walk right in with the Tail Swing. That's 100 damage for 2 Psychic and 1 Colorless, and this attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent's benched basic Pokemon, without applying weakness and resistance for benched. But yeah, I mean, this can obviously continuously add up that 20 damage, and also hitting that active Pokemon with a straight 100. I found this Pokemon to be pretty powerful, and I didn't know there were many, big moves from the XY evolution, so this was something I found quite interesting. So what do you got for your Nidoking?
So I went with the Nidoking from Team Up. And this one, right off the bat, is just, I don't know. Your Nidoking might have to be worried. First off, I start off with 160 hit points, 10 more than the evolutions. Then, the first move for 2 colorless energy is that you switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon, and then you do 50 damage to their active Pokemon. So, we're already doing more damage and doing a little switch around. And then the next move is King's Drum, 1 Psychic, and then 2 colorless for 100 damage. If you have a Nidoqueen on your bench, which you should because you have a Nidoking, you might as well have the Queen, it does 100 more damage. So you're talking about 200 damage for 1 Psychic and 2 colorless.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
Not even like a GX, EX, V Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's kinda got some power to it.
I agree. And not to mention the artwork on this card is really epic. He just looks like he's ready to tear stuff up and knock out any Pokemon
he looks
in sight.
kind of happy.
He's got a slight grin on the sides of those lips. So, alright. So if you were to put these guys in a one-on-one situation, obviously, let's say you drag off my guy and, I'm starting with that 50 damage right off the bat, and then you could, one-shot me technically with your King's Drum without even needing Nidoqueen on the bench if you pull me in with that drag off. So yeah, I would say yours is pretty powerful. I mean, depending on the circumstances, I also do 100 damage, but for 3 energy. Yours is 3 energy too, right? But you have 2 colorless. See, I'm thinking if, you were up against me without Nidoqueens on the bench, it was actually just one-on-one. It could be anyone's game, just because we both have 100, but, there's a chance I couldn't get both Psychics, and I don't know. You would definitely win if you had Nidoqueen on the bench, that's just given, but if it was a one-on-one directly, I think it could go both ways, but probably not. You would probably take it. I'm going to have to give it to the team up Nidoking.
It is pretty powerful.
So, with that, we're going to take our random generator for next week. Any Pokemon you're hoping for?
Jirachi.
Jirachi. All right, and hitting the generator. Boop. We got Gabite. So Gibble, Gabite, Garchomp, we got the middleman. All right, so that was for this week, and we're going to take a little bit of a break, guys, and we'll be right back. What's up, everybody? We are back from our break, ready to open some cards, and we got some exciting stuff here for you. So, as I said earlier, I wanted to share a little bit of my birthday for you guys, because for this week, I will say we're opening Vivid Voltage and Rebel Clash, but since this was the Christmas episode, I felt like that wasn't enough. I wanted to share a little bit more with you guys. So, me and Jill will both be reading 3 codes before going into our pack openings for today. We got a Champion's Path, a Darkness Ablaze, and a Vivid Voltage each for you guys. So I'm going to start off with my Champion's Path. That is RWV KCY7 LBL YGR. Go ahead and read your Champion's Path.
Okay, and for my Champion's Path, it's RNX LXBK 9G6 N7L.
And now we're going to go into our Vivid Voltage code. You can get that with VRQ PN9X 4WM CWQ.
And for mine, it is LYR R27V P2Y 29C.
And lastly, we have 2 Darkness Ablaze codes for you. We got one for 2ZP NVNQ YMN CQ6.
And I have TWG QGB6 KVR 9XH.
Nice. Okay, and now we're going to get into the real card openings here. We have a Rebel Clash and a Vivid Voltage each for you guys. So Jill is going to start off with her Rebel Clash, and then I'll get into mine. And then we'll do the Vivid Voltage.
Okay. And we have a code for Rebel Clash, which is 9LB62CG2B466B.
And I'm going to guess grass for you.
I'm going to go with fire.
Water.
Okay, so we got a Nugget, a Skuntank, Morpeko, Galarian Darumaka, Vulpix, Milcery, a Galarian Farfetch'd, Galarian Meowth, Stunky Reverse Hollow, and a Greedent.
Greedent. I think I caught one of those on Sword and Shield last night.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, they're actually cuter than I thought they were.
Big chubby squirrel.
Alright, so I'm going to get into my Rebel Clash pack. I got a Cinderace pack here. Jill also had a Cinderace pack. Let's see if mine's a little more fire, though. We got a green code. Goodness, I swear, my brother got me some Rebel Clash this week, and I've been getting straight green codes for it. And I feel bad because he wants me to pull something out of him. And I mean, I pulled an Eldegoss V, but that was like pretty much it. So here's the code for this Rebel Clash. You can get it with TH4BVPLKPYXNX. You want to guess this energy here?
I'm going to guess... I'll go with Psychic.
We got water again. Metapod. Tool Scrapper. It's pretty useful in today's format. Dan. Galarian Meowth. Surskit. Magikarp with the Pikachu hanging in the background. Got a Metatite. Got Milcery by the cake. A Reverse Hollow Hatena. And a Snorlax. Looking happy.
Oh,
Like my
wow.
Christmas mans. He's just plucking berries off the tree. I like that. Even though it's not hollow or anything, I'm happy with it.
Still Snorlax. Anyways, I'm gonna go into the next pack, which is a Vivid Voltage, and
Need that Pikachu.
this pack opened up really weirdly.
Oh, I see that.
White code card. We have for the Vivid Voltage pack, 4CY and B9T, B7J, 6BR, and what are you gonna guess?
Electric, I gotta.
Electric. I'll go with Steel.
Fighting.
Fighting. I always forget that fighting exists. Okay, to start off, we have Delmise.
That's not a Pokemon.
A Rocky Helmet. Alistair. Skiddo. Eevee. Trubbish. Shuppet. Choodle. A Reverse Hollow Coding Energy.
Nice.
And a Full Art Beauty Trainer.
Oh, that's actually really nice. We don't have that yet.
Yeah,
I love those full art trainers.
I do love the full art trainers, though the only thing is the centering is off on this card. So
really?
if you wanted to get it graded,
We've gotten that somewhat with the Vivid Voltage packs, a little bit of off center. It doesn't look bad from here.
Yeah, but if you investigate closely, you can tell. But nonetheless, still really awesome. I love
happy to get that for sure. Okay, so we're gonna roll into my last Vivid Voltage pack, last pack of the day, 10th code of the day. So for some goodies to end it off, green code. We could still get that amazing rare, guys. Don't fall asleep yet. So for this Vivid Voltage online, you can get it for Z7B, HKYY, GDL, GCD. All right, Jill, you want to guess this energy? We need that amazing rare.
I'm just gonna go with grass.
Okay. So for the English amazing rares, we have Rayquaza, Celebi, and Jirachi now. So we need Raikou, Zamazenta, Zacian. I think that might be it for Vivid Voltage. I forget if they put Entei in it or not. But all right, here we go. Got Steel Energy.
That's for the Zacian or Zamazenta.
True. Loudred, Zebstrika, Coding Energy again, Blitzel, Slugma, Beldum, Milcery, Wooper, Reverse Hollow is an Opal, and a Ninjask hanging out next to a basketball. So, those were our card openings for this week. Thank you for listening to those. Definitely cool pull with Jill's beauty there. Can't go wrong with that. But yeah, definitely make sure to get all those codes, guys. You can definitely use those online and have some fun with them. Get some more packs to open. But yeah. So we're going to roll into what did Jirachi do this week? And this was pretty simple. As we discussed, a little bit earlier and so on, this week was my birthday on the 19th. And so we went out. It was my 21st birthday, if you guys didn't know. And me, Jill, my parents, my brothers, some others went out to the casinos, because it's the big 21. And I figured that's what most people do. But for Jirachi, he basically was alone at home for the first time on his own, like ever. Like I know my parents have watched him in the past and they kind of, let him do his own thing, but he was, in the house all by himself, running it, and he did pretty well. What did you think about this, Jill?
Well, my first thought was when we all came back, he was just so excited to see people, and we were all in the kitchen because we blocked, we put his crate out there and had his toys and his food and water, and then blocked off the kitchen with the baby gate. And as soon as we walked over, he was just so excited, jumping over everyone. His tail was just going as fast as he possibly can. He was just so happy. He's not used to being alone, so it was really nice to see him. I don't know, get that excited. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Jirachi, he's pretty crazy and, he acts like he doesn't miss us, but when we're gone for a few hours and we get home, this man, you know, all over us, jumping on us, scratching our legs. But anyway, I was just proud of him in general because we were gone for a few hours. It was a little bit of time, and we came back. Nothing was messed up, nothing was ripped apart, no pee on the ground, nothing. Like he did really well, and I was proud of that. He's acting like a man on my 21st birthday, and that you know felt good. So shout out to Jirachi. He's really getting up there in life. He's really gaining some pounds too, I would say. But so finally, we're gonna roll into Gotta Catch 'Em All Pokemon Products. So I couldn't find too much, so I had to resort to the Japanese Pokemon Center here. But basically, it kind of took up a whole page of them, and I didn't know that the Japanese Pokemon Center did this before. So these are fairly cheap. They go for about 660 yen, but they're just like really clean, really nice looking glass pins that the Pokemon Center did. And they got Pikachu, they got Eevee, Charizard, Espeon, Umbreon, uh, Scorbunny, Sobble, Grookey, and then they also do the same things when it comes to hairpins. But I just wanted to talk about these normal pins in general. I just thought the price was really good for how nice these glass pins were, and I would definitely cop a few of them. I mean, I have some pins just from collecting Pokemon products and cards, but these are a little bit different. They're circle and glass, and they just look so nice, and I would definitely get some. I like the Saba one. I like the patterns going on behind Saba, the little water patterns or whatever it is. But I just found these to be really cool, and you should definitely check them out. If you want to find them on the Japanese Pokemon Center, just search up Cut Out Series Glass Pins, and it'll pop up with them all. But yeah, what did you pick for this week, Jill?
so this is actually from GameStop, and it is a V deck Venusaur and Blastoise bundle. That's what it's called, or the V battle deck. And what it comes with is two battle decks, V battle decks of Blastoise and Venusaur, and then it comes with 8 additional trainer cards, including 2 foil cards, 2 large metallic coins, 2 deck boxes, 2 guides to unlock the strategies within, which is what it says, 2 player single player playmats, reference cards, damage counters, a guide for upgrading your deck, and a code card for the Pokemon trading card game online. And yeah, I think this is awesome. I can see me and Kaken getting this and playing with each other because, Blastoise and Venusaur V are just 2 really cool cards and go well together. I like the V cards. They display them on front. And this did say it was coming out on the 5th of February, so you can see that at GameStop. And yeah, it goes for $30, not bad. And like I said, if you play like the Battle Academy or home, or want to introduce somebody to how to play Pokemon before they start building their own decks, something like this is always good. Like I said, me and Keegan have a lot of fun playing the theme decks and the Battle Academy decks, and some decks that he put together himself. And yeah.
Yeah, this is a really cool product. As we can see, the release date for it in GameStop at least is February 5th, 2021. So it's not going to be for a couple months, but I don't know if these are new cards or not either. I don't recognize these Venusaur and Blastoise V cards, but it's definitely pretty exciting, and I like when they do, full decks that come with V cards. Like the Battle Academies all had one GX in them, so maybe these can, front well against those decks as well. We could just throw them in there. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I didn't know this was being released, and yeah, it'll be a couple more decks to add to the collection to play with. So I like it. I like it. Okay, so now we're going to roll into our Pokemon trivia of the week. So last week, we asked you guys, what are all the types that are in, the games and Pokemon in general? How many types are there? What are they? Jill, last week, I believe you guessed around
12 to
12,
14.
12 to 14.
Sticking more towards 12.
So the answer to this question was 18 types.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to go through all of them. We got normal, fire, water, grass, flying. Probably didn't think of that. Fighting, poison, electric, ground, rock, psychic, ice, bug, ghost, steel, dragon, dark, and fairy. So is there any in there that you weren't thinking of?
Flying and rock, because I just always associate ground and rock to be the same thing.
Yeah, there's fighting, ground, and rock, and in the card game, those are all pushed into fighting. So, and then there's also poison, bug, and grass.
Yeah, so what's the difference between ground and rock? That's my question. Is like, when I think of ground, I think.
Well, the rock Pokemon are usually like actually made out of rocks, and like ground is kind of just like a Diglett versus like like a what's his face?
Onyx?
Geodude.
Oh.
Like Geodude's a rock. Diglett is in the ground. So I don't know, maybe it's something like that, but for this week's Pokemon trivia, since it is the Christmas episode, we wanted to ask you guys something similar to that. So, Santa Claus appears in an episode of the Indigo League show, and basically, he's got some Pokemon that were owned by him, or at least around him in the episode. So, the question is, what 5 Pokemon were owned by Mr. Claus himself? So, we will give the answer for that on the next episode, but that's pretty much going to be a show. I just wanted to say we are not going to be doing an episode next week. Only reason being is because we're going to take a little bit of time off after Christmas, kind of spend a bit of our own little Christmas vacation and, just take a bit of a week off. So we'll be back the following week. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be a show. I just wanted you guys to check out anchor.fm/PokeNoob podcast. You can check us out there. All our platforms are on there: Spotify, Apple, Google, all the links to everything, YouTube, whatever you need, whatever you like to listen to. Remember, you guys can email us at pokepodcastmon@gmail.com. That's POKE podcastmon@gmail.com. We will be answering anything or mentioning anything you guys email us on the next episode, so make sure to do that. You got an extra week to do it this week, so do that. Check us out on our, social media handles. I'm on Instagram, poke.n00b. We also have the PokeNoob podcast. I believe it's just PokeNoob podcast straight out. We have Jirachi.pug. Check that out. And pretty much all the other links are going to be on my main Instagram in the bio. So check that out if you want to. But that's pretty much going to be it. It was a nice, easy, chill episode. But I just wanted to wish you all a happy Merry Christmas. Hope you guys are all getting the presents you want, getting the pools you want, and all the success to you. Anything you want to say before we end the show out today, Jill?
Yeah, no, just, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy whatever you're gonna be doing. If it's nothing, then, at least enjoy yourself while you do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, just, take your 25th, go hang out with your friends and family, have a good time, talk about Pokemon, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, so we'll be back on the 8th. Is the next day we'll be back.
Okay, so thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you guys on the following week. Have a great one.